As an employer or manager, you have a crucial role to play in creating a positive and productive workplace culture. Unfortunately, many workplaces are plagued by toxic behaviour, which can lead to decreased productivity, high staff turnover rates, difficulty attracting top talent, a negative impact on the success of the business, and legal and reputational risks. Employees who are subject to a toxic work culture are more likely to be disengaged, which can lead to decreased productivity. In fact, research shows that disengaged employees cost US companies up to $550 billion per year in lost productivity.
Yeah, how much money was that?
$550 billion.
Good God. Ouch.
Toxic work cultures can lead to high turnover rates, as employees are unhappy with their workplace and more likely to leave. This can be costly for businesses, as the cost of replacing an employee can range from 16 to 213% of their salary, depending on their position.
Come on, Mr. President. Show me the money.
A toxic work culture can make it difficult for businesses to attract the top talent, as job seekers may be wary of working for a company with a bad reputation. In fact, 46% of job seekers say they would not take a job with a company that has a poor employer brand.
I want a second opinion.
Toxic work cultures can have a negative impact on the overall company culture, as employees may feel demotivated, disengaged. This can lead to a lack of collaboration and teamwork, which can impact the success of the business. In extreme cases, a toxic work culture can lead to legal and reputational risks for a business. For example, businesses that allow harassment or discrimination to go unchecked can face legal action and damage to their reputation. In this video, I want to provide you with some practical tips on how to change a toxic work environment and create a culture that fosters positivity, collaboration, and growth.
What can we do? What can we do?
The first step in changing a toxic work environment is to identify the specific issues that are contributing to the toxicity. This may include things like bullying, micromanagement, a lack of communication, or a lack of trust. You can identify these issues by conducting employee surveys, focus groups, or one-on-one meetings with employees. Once you have a clear understanding of the issues, you can develop an effective plan for addressing them. Now, getting honest responses for employee surveys, tackling toxic culture? Well, that can be challenging because employees may be hesitant to speak up due to fear of retaliation or repercussions. Here are some tips to encourage employees to provide honest responses.
Just how do we do that?
Keep the survey anonymous. Ensure that the survey is completely anonymous and that employees cannot be identified. This will help employees feel more comfortable providing honest feedback. Emphasize the importance of honesty. Communicate to employees that their honest feedback is crucial for identifying and addressing toxic behaviours and creating a healthy work environment for everybody. Provide context for the survey by explaining why it is being conducted and what are the goals.
Achievable goals, please, Jeff.
Employees are more likely to provide honest feedback when they understand the purpose and importance of the survey. Offer a range of response options for each question, including open-ended questions, so that employees can provide more detailed feedback if they wish to do so. Make sure that the survey results are kept confidential and only shared with individuals who need to know. This will help employees feel more comfortable providing honest feedback. After the survey's done, follow up with employees to communicate what actions will be taken as a result of the survey.
The main thing is, go out there and score more goals than the other team.
This will help employees feel that their feedback has been heard and that their opinions matter. Remember that it's important to create a safe and supportive environment for employees to provide honest feedback. By implementing these tips, you can increase the likelihood of receiving honest responses and you can take steps towards creating a healthier workplace culture. The next step is to define the type of culture you want to create. This involves establishing clear values, behaviours, and expectations that align with the company's mission and vision. For example, you might prioritise collaboration, respect, and open communication. It's important to communicate these values and expectations clearly and consistently to all employees. Changing the culture starts at the top. As an employer or manager, you need to model the behaviours and values that you want to see in your employees. You need need to be visible, approachable, and transparent about your expectations and priorities. This means listening to employee feedback, admitting mistakes, and showing empathy and compassion. Once you have defined the culture you want to create, it's important to communicate it clearly and consistently to all employees. This can be done through town hall meetings, internal newsletters, and other communication channels. Employees need to understand what is expected of them and how their actions contribute to the overall culture. It's also important to provide regular updates on progress and celebrate those successes along the way. Changing the culture will require new skills and behaviours from employees. Providing training and support can help them develop these skills, the skills they need to succeed in your new culture. This can include training on communication, conflict resolution, leadership. It's also important to provide ongoing support and coaching to help employees navigate the transition. It's important to hold people accountable for their actions and behaviours. This means setting clear expectations, providing feedback, and addressing any issues that arise. Leaders need to be consistent and fair in their approach to accountability. This can include recognition and rewards for positive behaviour and consequences for negative behaviour. Finally, it's important to celebrate the small successes along the way. Recognising and rewarding positive behaviour can reinforce the new culture and help build that momentum for further change. This can include things like employee recognition programs, team building activities, social events. Changing a toxic work environment is not an easy task, but it's essential for creating a positive and productive workplace. As an employer or manager, you have a responsibility to your employees to create a safe and supportive work environment. By following these steps, you can begin to make a positive change in your workplace culture. Remember, changing the culture is a journey. It's not a destination. It requires commitment, persistence, and a willingness to take risks and try new things.